Hey, beautiful soul tribe, welcome back to Mystical Wolf. If you are a Libra Scorpio cusp like me, well, I'm an Aries Pisces cusp, but you probably did feel this mix of wanting balance, but also craving deep transformation lately. There's this like real tension in the air, like the universe is asking you to both be gentle and bold at the same time. We just moved through some really powerful shifts. Venus shaking up things with Uranus, Neptune dipping into a retrograde, and now Mercury really slowing down in the retrograde as well, right? Plus, the sun just slid into fiery Leo, lighting up your heart and probably stirring fresh creative sparks. But with Saturn and Chiron still stirring beneath the surface, there's also this quiet healing that's happening in the ground. So perhaps if you have been feeling this push and pull between wanting freedom and perhaps craving connection, you exactly where you need to be. This last part of July is like your cosmic invitation to lean into your power and also your valuability. Do go ahead and hit that love button and welcome in here. Thank you for being here. We have courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. How is that showing up in your life, beautiful souls? Let me know in the comments. I love to hear your stories. Right, I don't know why I had a bit of a giggle there. Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's get some clarifying. Are you learning, exploring? There's a bit of juggling, balancing energy here, but slow and steady wins the race. We have the Hierophant, clarified by the Page of Swords. So perhaps you are learning something in the spiritual, or could be anything, learning something. Let's have a look. Okay. Scarcity. Oh, but here is the Ten of Cups. Let's start with this Courage card. Spirit is like showing me someone standing at a threshold, right? Like one foot in the past, right? But the other gently testing what is ahead. This could be like, this doesn't have to be also about like rushing forward, right? It's like about having that quiet kind of courage, the kind that says, even if I don't have it all figured out yet, I'm still going to show up, right, with an open heart. And look, here's the Page of Swords, all right? This is asking a lot of questions, perhaps, right now. Maybe you watching something or someone very carefully. Maybe studying a situation, researching perhaps your next move. But here's the Hierophant, all right? I feel like a spirit wants you not to just look at answers outside of yourself, but perhaps also what's within your spiritual truth as well. Fives could also be significant. Five is all about change, all right? And I feel maybe this could be that you perhaps craving more meaning. Maybe you feeling drawn back to your roots, or maybe your faith, or maybe you questioning old belief systems and how they still shift in your life. All right. I mean, let's talk about Mercury that went retrograde in Leo, right? You might be reflecting on how your voice is perhaps received, all right, in whatever situation, whether it's talking to family member at work, maybe you've got a YouTube channel going or some sort of somewhere where you using your voice and you're wondering how is your voice being received, right? Or maybe you just rethinking commitments on how much of yourself you giving away, to keep the peace. Here with this Two of Pentacles, all right, clarified by the Five of Pentacles. So this is like a real balancing act happening inside your world. You could perhaps be jungling between two jobs, maybe, or maybe it's two homes, or just that heaviness of what is versus what you could have, or what could be, what you wish it could be. All right. You know, the Five of Pentacles, I feel, is showing up here as the emotional toll, not troll. Maybe there's a troll, someone's trolling your energy. But the toll, like the heaviness of carrying too much, all right? It's a little bit of that scarcity energy. Maybe you're a little bit of afraid that if you drop the ball, all right, you'll be left out in the cold. But, like Spirit's just coming through to say that, you're not alone, all right? Help is closer than you think. So somewhere in your world, perhaps it is your home, or you're wanting to move, or you're wanting to shift, or maybe whatever it is happening in your world, right? Maybe jobs, right? That there is help closer than you think. And what you're carrying, it doesn't have to be yours alone anymore, all right? There is support on the horizon. Now, we do have the Knight of Pentacles clarified by the Ten of Cups, all right? Knight of Pentacles is like that slow and steady energy, all right? It's slow energy, but it's steady, all right? He's implanting those seeds, and it's moving really towards this wish fulfillment, okay? Maybe you perhaps don't see the bigger picture yet, but if you are constantly planting those seeds for something that is lasting, whether it's a stable home, a peaceful heart, a connected family, that stable income, whatever that is in your home or in your life, all right, or in your, what you planting seeds for, all right, even if things now feel stuck, there is beauty being built behind the scenes, all right, especially as we're going to be moving towards that new moon in Leo, all right, around the 24th. So that'll be a perfect time as well to plant your intentions and be open to the doors that are busy opening, that may be opening, all right? And I feel that this new moon is definitely going to be opening doors to the heart centered around new beginnings. There is new beginnings on the horizon. Old cycles are busy closing out and new cycles are beginning, all right? Perhaps some of you, this energy is speaking of rebuilding after maybe there was a bit of emotional loss, all right? You've been managing things perhaps alone, whether it was financially, maybe it was emotionally, maybe it was spiritually, all right? Everybody's situation is different but similar, right? But now you being guided to reach out for some guidance, maybe through community, or maybe even to return to something spiritually grounded, something grounding. You're not meant to do this all in isolation. Yes, it's important to, sometimes you need to go isolate just to go within, all right? Especially with all this retrogrades that's happening, maybe you just need to keep away from karmic cycles, all right, that may perhaps pop in during this time. But at the same time, is you don't need to keep isolating. You're not meant to stay in isolation, because the Knight of Pentacles says keep showing up for whatever you're doing, all right? The joy that you're busy building may be slow, but it's real. Now, perhaps for others, this is about a relationship, maybe, right? Maybe it's about reconnecting with someone that you've grown apart from. You perhaps observing their actions with the Page of Swords, wondering if they've changed with this Hierophant. And you perhaps juggling whether to give them space or open up your heart again. The message that I'm getting is that whatever it is, don't rush it, right? Let the universe show you their true colors. Emotional harmony. It is possible, but only if it's like rooted in shared values and mutual effort. So let's dive in and see what do we have here from the Animal Spirit Oracle deck to close us out. Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait. So 53 is on the card, which breaks down to 8. So whatever you've been working slowly towards, there is going to be some wish fulfillment at the end of the day, especially towards August perhaps. Maybe August is a very important month for you. Watch and wait. I feel there's so much grace here, you know, that not everything needs to be figured out right now. Let the tides settle. Let the truth reveal itself in divine timing. Like, you know, the seahorse, right? Sometimes your power is in your patience, and I've really been picking up that patient energy today. That watch and wait, be patient, go with the flow, keep planting your seeds. And perhaps if you've planted your seeds, keep watering that garden. Well, let me know, my beautiful Libra, Scorpio, Cusp family. You know, as we're finishing off July, remember that you are braver than you think. All right. Even in the waiting period, you know, keep showing up for your heart, your healing, and your truth. And, you know, just let the universe also do the rest. Things are happening behind the scenes. So let me know if this reading spoke to you, if it helped you, if it gave you clarity in any sort of way. Perhaps you can put a seahorse in the comments if you made it to the end. And remember to hit that like button. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscription button and become part of the Mystical Wolf Soul Tribe. And I'm sending you guys all so much love. And yes, I do love reading comments. And I'll see you all in the next one.